2XI, Marxville. World Talks with Groucho Marx. World Talks welcomes you from Marx Media Tower in central Marxville, Fredonia, for another in a series of international forum discussions frank in consideration to the problems facing the world today.
We have 5 guests here tonight, and I'm going to be asking each and every single one of you to introduce yourselves before we tackle the very important business that's been going on in the world. So firstly, you with the red hair holding the necklace, what's your name?
Dirro.
Okay, where do you live?
Akumayama.
And how old are you?
300.
Okay. What nation do you belong to?
Akumayama.
I see. All right, now the green one. What's your name?
I'm JarOweasel
Where do you live?
in West Epsteinia.
I see, and how old are you?
17.
What's your occupation? What do you do?
I rule over the country.
All right, now this one with the stink lines coming off of him. What about you? Holding the pitchfork.
I'm Declare Bat.
Where do you live?
I live in Livonia.
Okay, how old are you?
17.
All right, what's your job?
I'll fuck it, Bill.
I see, and what nation do you owe allegiance to?
Number.
Of course, perfect. Now you in the back, snoring. I see you falling asleep there.
Mm-hmm.
What's your name?
I'm Wooded.
Okay, well, where do you live?
I live in New Hanover.
How old are you?
20,595 days.
I see, that's a very long time. 50 or so years. All right, what's your job?
I rule and administrate over the nation of New Hanover.
Well, lastly but not leastly, this one sitting in the corner by himself, covered in the pimples. What's your name?
My name's Elite.
Oh, I see. Your name's Elite now. Was that a nickname, or were you born that way?
Born that way.
So your parents named you Elite, despite the fact that you may have fallen short from that adjective. Wouldn't you say, yeah, I know you would. Anyway, where do you live?
Money Island.
Okay, how old are you?
14, sir.
Ooh. Okay. What's your job?
I build in Money Island.
Well, I suppose that's everybody, so we're going to get down to brass tacks. On today's episode of World Talks, I'm meeting with representatives from a few countries of Sylvania, Fogoland, and Hyperborea, because, well, the untimely disappearance of Jeff, the owner, ruler, and New York financier of Money Islands, he's gone missing. Now, I heard that there was a prospective plot for the Money Islands to take over most of the world. Now, if anyone could, pipe in on that whole plan here and fill us in. What was that? How about you, with the stink lines in the back, who's falling asleep? Yes, Voided 5, tell us.
Well, about a week ago, a few days ago, whatever, I was invited here to Fredonia to be informed of a plot that involved my nation of New Hanover, Miss Weasel's nation of Epsteinia, the very late Jeff, his nation of the Money Islands. And this plot consisted of the Money Islands conspiring with a few bad apples around the world to take over my nation of New Hanover and to also go to war with Epsteinia, Weasel's nation, and Jeff would once again rule over the world as he did before in the old nation of Jefflandia.
Mr. Elite in the back, please stop popping your pimples. Please tell us, do you know anything about this? You're one of the only remaining people on the almost deserted Money Islands. What was going on there? Why would Jeff do this?
Why would Jeff do this? It was a talk after a terrorist attack that happened, which JarOweasel, who paid for her crimes in compensation, blew up a house that I owned in Money Island. And she then
Why would Epsteinia blow up your house?
I don't know. I was annoying Aragon at the time, and she just went over there and blew it up.
JarOweasel, could you offer some insight?
It was an impulsive decision. Had the JarOweasel psychotic episode. Compensation has been paid. Apologies have been made.
I see. So you wrecked the man's house, and, well, that means that Jeff was going to blow everyone up? What's going on there, Elite?
Oh, no. Basically, declared Bat because he got to be in the party with me and Jeff because he was framed. So all three of us were talking about it, and we were just like, hey, what she did wasn't cool, and we could go to war for that, because, why would she blow up our house for no reason? And then another thing that ties in with New Hanover, not to take them over, but declared Bat was going to try to make them take our side, Money Island side, and we were going to potentially us two go to war. And then something that declared Bat wanted was he wanted New Hanover to lose said war so that he could take Livonia, and then he could leave to go to Money Islands and take his territory with him.
Wait, so we're saying that there was a plot where declared Bat was going to commit treason against New Hanover.
Well, that wasn't the sum plot, but that's why declared Bat was really in it for.
Okay, well, Voiden, how do you feel about this?
I feel betrayed. I feel as if declared Bat has been nothing but a thorn in my side ever since he came back to the server.
Oh, really?
That he only causes issues.
Declared Bat, how do you feel about this?
Well, it was not a treasonous approach for me going into this. I was going to convince Dwayne and Voiden to join the war against Aragon and Epsteinia and other powers. And the whole point is that they couldn't really say no because I needed their support. So if they said no, I was going to, me and Jeff, I suppose, were going to use some, external forces to make that happen.
Hold on. So if New Hanover didn't support this, you would have forced them to through coercion?
Yeah, that was the plan because I wanted to join the Money Islands in the first place. That was my goal.
So Elite, why didn't this happen?
Why didn't this happen? I feel like a blessing in disguise that I thought was a curse that, it was kind of the trio of us planning about this, and we stopped planning about it, and we went to the party with the people, which then, a few hours later, I was put into holding for rehab, which then stunted any form of planning, and then I went to rehab, became changed, and then took a peaceful route, and by that time I hadn't talked to Jeff since my first real life day of being in holding, which I was there for 3 days.
I see. So how was jail like for you? Who put you in jail? Who's the warden?
The warden would be this guy named Von Dirro.
Oh, I see. Mr. John Von Dirro in the corner here?
Oh, no, a different one. His last name's Common.
Oh, common last name. I see. I heard some rumblings as we were walking into the stew that apparently some sort of conflict is still in the cards. Is that correct, members of the table here?
I know nothing of this.
Well, according to John Dirro, there's something.
I'm not gonna say nothing unless Declare Bat says something.
Okay, well, declared Bat. Seems like you're the man of the hour, as for right now at least. So go on, tell us, on air. What is this?
There is no plans as of now for any invasion.
Oh, really? There's no plans as of now for any invasion. Well, I have waited in the corner, crying and shivering. I have John Dirro whispering something in my ear about all this. I got Elite still picking at his acne, and JarOweasel just staring at your forehead. So please, all eyes are on you. If you'd like to tell us the truth, perhaps for the first time in your life, tell us what's going on here.
The untimely disappearance and death of Jeff has more or less fully subsided any possible invasion plan. Of course, it'd still be nice to invade Aragon, but it happened now.
So you wanted to invade Aragon with Jeff, and now that Jeff's not around, you feel that you can't.
It's not that I can't, it's that I don't want to anymore because it was supposed to be me and Jeff's thing. I was going to join his team in the wake of this conflict, and if he's not here, there's no point for me to be involved.
Well, let's backpedal this for a moment. I've heard that everybody hates the provinces of Aragon. Elite especially has a rich history with them. Elite, what all have you done to those people? I've heard that you are number one on their most wanted, and have been over and over again. I know that you were put on house arrest for something involving them long ago. I just want to know what your relationship with them is. Well, with you being the only functioning member of Money Islands, what's the relationship there these days?
Well, my relationship with Aragon, I haven't really talked to any Aragon member, as I was told to mute them all and never talk to them. Not because we hated them, because I argued with them. So, it was a chance.
What did you argue with them about?
Random stuff. Just stuff I would do to annoy them.
I heard that JarOweasel was, while you were a member of Epsteinia, she was going to allow the people of Aragon to beat you until you died. Any thoughts on that?
Oh, well, I've already said I left Epsteinia because of that. Not because I held a grudge or anything, but not that I could say I blame her, because I understand it, and her as a leader, it makes perfect sense when it's surprised. But I'd like to say, if I was leader of any nation, I wouldn't make this call. But there's no problem with that.
Well, so JarOweasel, why did you make that call?
For the sake of non-association with the rest of the faction.
So you wanted to save face?
Basically to say that we didn't support anything he was doing. If he got in trouble for it, it wasn't our problem.
I see. So, when they come knocking to deal punishment, you wouldn't be takers, one might say. No takers in this instance.
She was doing anything to better her nation.
Well, speaking about you, John Dirro, I do have a question about Akumayama. When everyone was introduced, you spoke about Akumayama as though it was separate from Epsteinia, so you've declared independence?
Yeah.
You have. When was this declaration made?
Well, it's not a physical declaration. Not yet. But,
well, when did you personally declare it?
I think yesterday.
I see.
Or the day before, I don't remember.
Well, so tell me what's that like? Why did you want to become independent from the great nation Epsteinia?
Well, because Epsteinia likes to get itself into some conflicts for no reason, and I just want to, relax and be neutral.
Oh, well, that's funny. I seem to remember similar things about Akumayama 2 months ago, getting into conflicts with Jeff Landia. So how is this going to be any different from last time?
I'm just not going to help in anything. I'm just going to
Oh, you're not going to help in anything. Well, what will you do?
just trade
All right, what are you going to trade?
food and other items.
Okay, do you have any customers?
Yes, declared Bat.
Oh, what's he buying from you? Bat, what are you buying from them?
Food,
Well, what kind of food?
just melons.
You know, I don't know too much about how government works in New Hanover. Do you have to go to Voided for, like, authorization, or do you just do what you want? And then find out later.
Just do what I want.
You know, back to Declared Bat here. Voided, it seems like you really don't like Declared Bat these days. You call him a thorn in your side.
Yes.
Well, why do you call him that? Why do you feel that way about him?
Well, because I never wanted him in my nation to begin with. When he returned, he was shoehorned into my faction without me knowing or being told, or I never was asked for permission or anything of the sort. It just kind of happened, and I figured maybe this can bring about some good, because I know Declared Bat, great builder. So I'm thinking maybe this can bring about some good. Ever since Declared Bat has joined, what has happened is he will ask for materials that he is perfectly capable of getting himself, for instance, cobblestone, which we are currently in a shortage of, that we do not have in large amounts. But every day, without fail, Declared Bat will ask, hey, do you have cobblestone? Do you have cobblestone? It gets annoying to a point. Another thing is, recently in New Hanover, I've kind of wanted to tighten down restrictions on sub-factions trading with other nations. Not to a degree where it's like you can't trade at all, but to a degree where it's like you just have to ask me, and you have to tell me what you're trading for, and maybe I can be like, you know what? I think this will be for the good of the nation. If you buy this stuff, I'll pay for it myself, so you don't got to worry about it. I'm thinking it could be beneficial. But Declared Bat is just kind of annoying. That's my thought.
Do you intend to do anything about that?
Yes.
Before we get into what you're going to do about that, how do you feel about this, Declared Bat, knowing that your big boss feels this way about you? What are your thoughts?
Well, to be honest, I don't really care. I've kind of shared the same sentiment with New Hanover. It wasn't really my decision. Kind of wanted to do my own thing. And might I add, I don't know why Voided saying I'm such a thorn in his side. I mean, if you go over to my place, it's looking better than their draft floor right now, so I don't really understand the big fight.
I wouldn't say that.
I just don't understand why you're so against me. Like, of course I can trade without you. Like, come on, bro. I don't understand why I need permission. Hey, I'm getting a shulker box full of melons, so it's 5 diamonds.
So we domestically produce melons, Declared Bat. You don't need to buy them.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, I got a shulker box with it. Do we domestically produce shulkers?
We have shulker boxes in the capital storage house, Declared Bat.
now we have an extra one.
Hey, to be fair, I asked him, I really needed to get rid of melons. I had a surplus.
Yeah, he wasn't lying.
Well,
He did have a surplus.
It's not a ginormous issue, but still, I would like to be informed about these things when they happen.
Well, you know, I mean, if you're planning on doing something, Voided, you know?
Well, nothing drastic. I'm just going to probably deport you to Money Island.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. That's the plan?
Well, boot Declared Bat's person off to another land and just have Livonia be in New Hanover?
Well, Declared Bat, I will play devil's advocate for a second. You have done great stuff over in Livonia, but I'm thinking if you didn't want to be in New Hanover in the first place, and I didn't want you to be in New Hanover in the first place, it'd be mutually beneficial if you joined someone else.
You know what I think?
But he wouldn't be able to
listen to me day one.
would he?
Yeah, that's a problem now. You should have told me this day one, Voided. Remember, you said you didn't want anyone. Why didn't you tell me this? You should have told me day
Because
one.
I figured you could have brought more good to the nation than you have already now.
I don't know. I think you're kind of playing me here, you know? Because what a coincidence. Now's the time that you decide. Me? I never wanted in my nation.
So
Meanwhile, this is the one
perfect
time to
world.
make Instagram.
In Voided's perfect world, declared Bat would be deported to Money Islands, and Livonia would be administrated by someone else.
Yeah.
And in declared Bat's perfect world, what would happen?
Dude, like perfect world? Shit.
Yeah, right now.
In my perfect world,
Right now
it's
it
all.
becomes perfect.
Right now, it becomes perfect.
Yeah, what
Well,
happens?
the perfect world doesn't exist, but I guess, in agreement with Voided, I wouldn't want to be a part of New Hanover, but I would take Livonia, and if Jeff was still here, I could join him, and we were going to reform Jefflandia in his great image, and get the gang back to boys are back in. I was going to convince Disabled, Voided and Dwayne to go to war against the two powers that offset the balance, our only, enemies in some greater world. But I see Voided is just such a pussy and does nothing that he would be super that, so he's just gonna boot me, and I don't get any of my stuff.
So,
I understand that.
Keep your stuff.
No, I'm talking, you know what I mean by that.
well, okay. So, but Jeff isn't here.
Yeah, that's
Jeff
the problem.
Jeff has been declared missing, lost at sea. So, what does that mean for you, declared Bat? Where do you go from here?
Well, there's probably a Voided size wrench in my plan, but
Yep.
honestly, I was just gonna go back because I started some big build project in wake of Jeff's death. I was probably just gonna sit around in New Livonia until a new opportunity presented itself. Possibly with Elite, possibly with Disabled.
As far as I'm aware, Disabled Kid also has a sub-faction in New Hanover called Vulgaria with a capital V.
That's right.
And well, I believe that Disabled Kid had no plans of joining up with Jeff ever.
Well, we just needed bodies. Me and Disabled, when I joined back, he was still chill with me. So the plan was Jeff would be removed, and I would remind him of how awesome it was when Jeff landed, just had all the money in the whole continent. And I think in his masculine mind, he would have accepted it in some way.
But hold on. I smell something. You guys smell that? I think someone is munching and crunching on burgers in the corner there, aren't you, Elite?
Yeah.
Oh, really now? All right, Elite, tell me. So what's going on in the Money Islands? All the war plans are gone. Declared Bat is stranded in his nation. What's happening? Elite? You're the
what's
only
happening in
kind of leadership they have. So what's next?
what's
in Money
happening
Islands?
in Money Islands?
Yeah.
I couldn't really tell you because I'm gonna try to make it a good week because. Sorry.
You're the only person remaining. You have no plan? What's next?
Oh, so Parso's gone? Or do you just mean he's never online?
Pilot Parso isn't a human being, first and foremost.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I was going to wait around for a week because the only reason why I was building is because, Jeff was pretty cool and then he'd say you get a bunch of people and I'm not really one to lead as seen in Prussia. I kind of dissolved it as soon as everybody, and I was thinking if I just didn't get a match of motivation and I didn't want to be a solo nation, I'd either make my own nation in just a place I'd like more secluded, or I'd asked to join a different nation, felt I was ready.
If you were to ask to join a nation, who would you join up with?
Well, I don't really want to join Epsteinia again, but if the offer was presented, I'd say yes, but I wouldn't ask them, and obviously they wouldn't. Because I could be Kirklandian again. I could just go back to where it was. I'm in rehab now, so all my problems, I'm out of rehab now. So all my problems I really had in Epsteinia, they're kind of gone.
So rehab was a fresh start?
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Folks, I think I'm running out of questions here. I think, well, let's do an overview. So, Livonia's position in New Hanover is rocky at the very best. Akumayama is independent and not going to get into any sort of foreign relations whatsoever except for trading. Elite is all by his lonesome in the Money Islands. He's going to wait it out for a week, and then after he removes the thumb from his bunghole and gives it a sniff, he'll decide what's next. And JarOweasel is still, well, she doesn't have testicles like the rest of us. Well, guys, I think that's a wrap for today's taping. Really, if we all could stand up. It's been a pleasure speaking with each and every single one of you. That was Epsteinia, Livonia, New Hanover, Akumayama, and, well, Money Islands soon to be nothing. But, yeah, thank you all for stopping by. And that's a wrap.
This is 2XI, Marxville.